Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Elmira Adi Mazaya. I'm 9th grade student from one public junior high school Bekasi. The honorable judges and all of the beloved audience, thank you so much for the opportunity. At this time, I will deliver my speech about one of our daily social issues. The title is End the Double Standard. First of all, we have to know what is a double standard means. Double standard is a situation where we're giving a different behavior to a certain groups, but with the same cases. Double standard is usually caused by a tradition or habit that has existed in our society since old time ago. Arise is the result of stereotypes so that it has a bad impact. Well, definition is like these sentences. You can't do this, but they can. Or, you have to do this, but they don't have to. Ladies and gentlemen, every human being is born with equal rights. However, it is human behavior that makes limits and rules about what is considered high or low without any cause and can be judged rationally. But for some of those limits is made by humans who feel themselves are higher than the others. Or in today's society, they can be called those elites. So now, I'm going to ask you all what are the examples of the double standards. First, toxic masculinity is one of the double standards. See, if girls or women are crying, it is considered as normal or their natural behavior. But when it comes for men or boys who cried, who need help, they will be seen as weak and they will be mocked by many people. Second, the culture of patriarchy. Patriarchy is a social system that applies men as the main power holder and dominates almost of every factor. This culture gives privilege without rational reasons to the male gender, which in fact there are no significant differences other than a physical thing. Women are often harmed because of this. And the last, don't get me wrong, your own behavior can also lead you to the double standards. For example, you like to make fun of other people, but if they do the same to you, you hate them, blaming them, and make your insecurity as an excuse. Many more examples that can be described as double standards. It's all unfair, isn't it? Sadly, it still exists in our daily life. Imagine how worse it can be if those are applied in your environment for a very long time. Work, school, friendship, relationship, etc. So how do we deal with this? And how do we can avoid them? Well, my suggestions, you must have good relations with people around you. Make a connection with new people who can accept you all the way you are. And try to keep the lines of communication openly and honestly with one another. You teach them how to treat you and you will act nice towards them. Speak to them in a calm manner and let them know how their behavior makes you feel. So they are. When we realize the value of each person, when we learn to respect each other's worth, that's where the double standard will disappear. We have to do it together. We educate ourselves how to interact without harming each other. It is called mutualism symbiosis. We were learning in science, weren't we? A comedian, George Carlin, once said, let's not have a double standard. One standard will do just fine. And that brings us to the end of my speech. That is all for me. I thank you profusely for your time and attention. I also apologize if there was a lot of mistakes in words. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.